that we have the yellow cross on top, let's concentrate on the sides. So still, this is not the full yellow cross as it was the case for the white cross, but we still have to solve the sides. And first we will just check if there's any solved position yet. And we should always be able to find two pieces which align already with their sides correctly. So we just search for them by turning the cube again and again, and as I can see in this case we have this one side lined with the right middle and opposing to it the other side. So orange and red in this case are the correct ones, and that's a good starting point for the next algorithm.
As mentioned, within this leg we will correct the edge pieces so that they will fit to the according middle pieces. Examine your cube to see which of the edge pieces are in their correct positions. You will always find an orientation of the top layer for which at least two edge pieces are in their correct position. If you only find one piece which matches the color of the adjacent middle piece, turn the top layer by 90 degrees and examine the cube again. You should be able to identify one of these three states. Two pieces opposite each other are correct, two pieces adjacent to each other are correct, or the last case, which is actually the best, all pieces are correct and you can skip to the next leg. Again, the algorithm is always the same and you will just transform one state into the other. This algorithm has a very simple effect, but is to my opinion the least intuitive to follow. All what it does when we look at the cube from the front side, it leaves the right and back edge piece as they are, but will simply exchange the front edge piece with the one of the left side. Let's take a look at the possible states again. In the first case, it doesn't matter how we orient the cube. The algorithm will always affect one of the edge pieces in its correct position. But as you will see, this leads us to the second case. In the second case, we orient the cube in a way that the two correct pieces are in the right and back layer, so they won't be affected. Exchanging the other two pieces will lead us to the last state, where the leg is solved. Let's start with the first case. Remember, the right and back edge piece should not be affected, so red should remain at the red face and blue at the green face, whereas the orange and green edge piece should exchange. As mentioned, the orientation doesn't matter in this case. We start turning the right layer 90 degrees clockwise. This way we save the right edge piece. Now we turn the top layer 90 degrees clockwise. The right face is now messed up. In this algorithm we will rebuild this face by doing a full turn of the top layer throughout the steps. Now turn the right layer by 90 degrees counterclockwise. This will save the edge piece which was formerly in the back and bring back the edge piece of the right side. We are about to change the order of the right and back edge piece now, which we don't want. So we turn the top layer another 90 degrees clockwise to correct this. Now we bring back the edge piece of the back layer and at the same time save the edge piece which was formerly on the left by turning the right layer 90 degrees clockwise again. The edge piece of the right and back layer are in the correct order again. Now we rebuild the right face by completing the full turn of the top layer. This means we turn it another 180 degrees. By rotating the right layer 90 degrees counterclockwise, we fully rebuild the solved part of the cube, and you will notice that at the same time the edge pieces from the front and left layer have changed its positions. By applying one final 90 degrees clockwise turn of the top layer, we find our original state with just the two pieces exchanged. Red is still at the red face, and blue at the green face. As expected, we find the green piece at orange and orange at the blue face. At first glance you might say we messed up because there's only one piece in its correct position now. But just rotate the top layer another 90 degrees clockwise and we find the cube to be in the second state. To solve this state, we have to orient the cube in the way where the correct pieces are in the right and back layer. Then we apply exactly the same algorithm again. Turn the right side clockwise to save the right edge piece. Rotate the top layer 90 degrees clockwise for the first time. Bring back the right edge piece by a counterclockwise rotation of the right layer. Turn the top layer another 90 degrees clockwise. Rotate the right layer clockwise again to regain the order of the formerly right and back edge pieces. Complete the turn of the top layer by a 180 degrees rotation. Rebuild the right layer by a counterclockwise rotation. Apply a final 90 degrees clockwise turn to the top layer and we are done.